Hi, morning. My name's Andy. I'm from Space to Breathe, and this is Shhh, our weekly 15 minutes of meditation. I give you some creative tools to help reflect, get some space to breathe, to think in the middle of your week. And each week has a theme, and this week's theme is journey. And just to begin, I wonder whether we might think about where we are in this moment now. We've realised that so many of our anxieties and worries come from things in the past and things in the future, but right now in our journey of our lives, we are right wherever we are right now. I'm in this chair. So take a moment to just allow your body to familiarise itself with all its surroundings. Feel where you're sitting. You're back on the back of the chair. Take in the place where you are. You might be in a room, in your house. Maybe you're outside. Many people are going back to work today, so it might be that's where you are. Just allow yourself to take in this moment. I have reached this point in my life. I'm here, and accept that. Your journey has brought you here. And there's a lot of things that have happened before that, and there's a lot of things that are going to happen after this moment. You might want to think about what's ahead of you in your day, or if you're watching this at the end of the day, what's just happened. But right now I'm here. This is the moment that I'm in. So allow yourself to reflect, to take in everything about this moment. I am present here. This is where my journey has taken me. Just at the beginning of the meditation, we're going to just give a little bit of time to reflect on that. I am present here, right now. These are going to be times where we'll talk in the future about do you remember that moment? I was present, alive in that moment when this thing happened. The lockdown, a global pandemic, a moment in history. It's incredible. But I'm also going to talk about the difficulty and the terrible pain of this time. And being present right now is quite hard. It's quite hard to say, well, I'm here. We want to look forward to when all of this will end, the new normal, or we want to look back to when things were better. But we're here. And there are things that we can do here. We can flourish here. There are things that will have been added to your life through this. One of the metaphors of journey that's so interesting for our lives is that we always change during a journey. We always change as we journey somewhere. Something rubs off of the place where we walk, where we travel, the places we go to, the people we meet. Or the ancient stories of journey, things are always learnt along the way. Frodo and Sam travelling through Middle Earth with the ring. The journey is the story. And they're changed deeply by the journey and the people they meet on the journey, the fellowship, the different people that interact, Gollum. All these different characters who shape them and shape their thinking, shape who they are. Sam changing from that young man who's hiding in the bushes outside Frodo's window to the person who carries him up Mount Doom. Those kind of things. The journey changes us. So how have you changed these last 6, 7, 8 weeks? What's rubbed off on you in the journey? May not feel like it's been something positive. There's that great quote from Tolkien, isn't there, from that book, "Not all who wander are lost." And even if we feel like we've been lost and we've been wondering, what are the things that have changed about us positively? Maybe you've slowed down a bit. Maybe you've rediscovered the weekend. Maybe new things have happened in your working life. Maybe you've discovered new areas of resilience. Maybe family has become more important for you. Just ponder that for a few seconds. What has changed for you? Maybe there are things that you've stopped doing that actually, will I pick them up again? What's changed for you? Planning for today, I've been really struck once again by a wonderful ancient story from the Celtic faith tradition of Brendan, who I always imagine as a big, muscly, kind of shipbuilder kind of guy from the coast of Ireland. And Brendan is a Celtic monk from the 6th century, and he longs to go on a journey. He longs to go on a pilgrimage. He doesn't care where, but he just wants to do that experience of traveling with God, throwing himself onto God's mercy in a journey. And so he sets out in a little coracle boat, which is a bit like those teacup rides that you see at fairgrounds, that kind of size, but made with leather on the outside probably and wood shaped in the inside. It's not very secure. And yet he set out on this incredible journey from Ireland, travelled miles. His story, Brendan's journey, or Brendani, Navigatio Brendani is the Latin, the voyage of Brendan. It's an incredible story. He discovers an iceberg, doesn't know what it is. And obviously lots of it is apocryphal, and it's the 6th century, but it was influential enough to convince Columbus 900 years later that there might be something beyond the horizon. That was the legacy of this man from Ireland, setting out on his journey. It was the journey he cared for, didn't care where. And he wrote this wonderful prayer. It's from the Christian tradition. That may not be yours. Don't worry about that. Just listen to the language and this idea of journey that he comes across. Help me to journey beyond the familiar and into the unknown. Give me the faith to leave the old ways and break fresh ground with you. Christ of the mysteries, I trust you to be stronger than each storm within me. I will trust you in the darkness and know that my times, even now, are in your hand. Tune my spirit to the music of heaven and somehow make my obedience count for you. Help me to journey beyond the familiar and into the unknown. Give me the faith to leave the old ways and to break fresh ground with you. So today I'd like you to think about your journey, where you've come from, where you're going. All those steps that you've taken have led you to this point. What's your journey like now? Maybe it's a steep uphill climb. Maybe an open road. Maybe there's no path to speak of at all. You don't know where you're going. Maybe your steps are clear. Whatever that feels like right now, that's where you are. Begin to think about the emotions of your journey. How has it felt for you? Think about how the sorts of things that you've journeyed through and how you've reached here. And a bit like Brendan now, what's on the horizon? What might you journey towards? Apply 3 things to this reflection on your journey that we found helpful. The first one is acceptance. Ponder, this is where I've got to. I am here. I can't change that. Acceptance releases you from guilt, disappointment, the desire to control. I am here. I'm here. There's nothing I can do about that. And then I'd like you to apply gratefulness, if you can, to your journey. Even if things haven't felt good, positive, all the time. What are the things that you're grateful for on your journey? Those people you've met, family. Those things that have happened to you that you're deeply grateful for. How are you grateful today? And then I'd like you to apply hope. Think of what's in front of you. How can we live the rest of what's in front of us to the full? Can we make the most of each day, the potential of each day, all that we can bring to it? Can you be you a little bit more? Can you look hopefully on the future? One of my favourite films is Castaway, and in that the lead character, Chuck Nolan, having been rescued from his island, is there at a crossroads. Looks like the middle of nowhere. There's desert and mountains everywhere. And he's just got the map out. And he can go anywhere. Sort of choices that might feel overwhelming, but in his situation with what he's gone through, it's hopeful. The future's in front of us. Where might we go today? So just as we finish, we're going to leave some space. Ponder your journey. With acceptance, with gratefulness, and with hope. Thanks so much for watching today. We're going to be back again next week with another Shush. There's also stacks of things on our website, resources and different ways to help you care for yourself and your well-being during this time. The subscription service and a whole bunch of other things. Have a look at our website, spacetobreatheuk.com, if you get a minute. It'll be on the end of the video. But otherwise, we hope you're really well. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you. And we'll see you again really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.